Some people are born with special talents. Talents such as being naturally good at mathematics, having a naturally charismatic personality and great social skills, having a good singing voice, having great physical genetics, and being exceptionally smart and genius in certain areas. Being naturally talented at certain things can certainly give a push start, but that doesn't mean it all ends there. The world is full of talented people who never work on themselves to utilize their special abilities. On the other hand, there are people who are not born with some flashy talents to show off with. Yet, with consistent effort and appropriate strategy, they develop skills. As the great British chef Marco Pierre White says, strategy will compensate for talent, but talent will never compensate for strategy. In most things in life, natural born talent can be a good head start, but is not a necessity. What's necessary is how much effort do you put in to develop the skills in that particular direction. One major thing that limits our potential is comparison. We have a pattern of comparing ourselves to other people. We compare our progress, our successes and failures, our talents and abilities, so that we can validate ourselves. And when we find that others are doing better than us, we tend to feel inadequate and tend to judge our worth based on it. Personally speaking, I was no exception. I too was stuck in this pattern of comparison earlier in my life. I thought of myself having no special talents or abilities because I used to compare myself with people who were geniuses in mathematics, commerce, social skills, business, engineering, and computer sciences. And I considered myself nil in any of these things. Then one day, out of nowhere, I gained a very unique perspective and realized that I am naturally talented in empathizing with people and relating to them because I have been through tough times myself. I realized that I am naturally talented in observing life and learning through my experience and then sincerely trying to help people around me through the life lessons I've learned. Now I know this is a very strange way to perceive things, and most people might not consider it as talent in a traditional sense. But the reality is, I was naturally good at something, and this was my gift. So I began to focus on working on my own unique potentials. Since I sincerely empathized with people, I was able to come up with ideas and solutions to help them out. And I noticed that people who knew me well were naturally drawn to take my advice. So, over the course of several years, I worked on developing myself in this direction professionally, and I got into psychology, mind sciences, and life coaching. It's amazing how powerful a single shift in thinking can be. A single insight can make you view things in a different light that can ultimately change your life forever. So, if you ever thought that you are not talented or not special, I urge you to see yourself in a different light. Instead of comparing yourself to the world, realize and acknowledge your own unique potentials. Sometimes our potentials are hidden, and to discover them, you've got to be open to try out new things. And sometimes your potentials unleash when you put consistent effort towards developing a skill in a certain area. To tap into your limitless potentials, you must learn to know yourself without judging yourself from other people's eyes. As Henry Thoreau said, be yourself, not your idea of what you think somebody else's idea of yourself should be.